Hello, I'm Joseph Finch, and this is going to be my fourth question for my media evaluation, which is how did I use media technology in the construction and research, planning and evaluation stages of my overall coursework. So in regards to my research and planning stages of my coursework, I used a variety of media technologies and softwares to help me execute these specific stages to the best of my ability. I used the following media technologies to help me: the internet, computers, both at school PCs and my own personal at-home laptop, my smartphone, which is my iPhone 6s Plus, my iPad, and that's about it. I used these all for researching specific questions I had in regard to general conventions of film trailers, as well as film trailer conventions from my chosen genres, which are the comedy and supernatural genres. I also used all these technologies to help me write my work, as these all contained the softwares that I needed to write my research and planning. The softwares I used were Word documents and PowerPoint softwares. I used all of these to make my first drafts, as these all have very handy spell check, grammar check, all the spag checks that you could imagine that they all have on them, and me being me, I'm very bad with spelling, grammar and punctuation, so I found these very handy. Prior to this, we were told that we must present all of our work on a blog, so I chose EduBlogs for its easy use and interface. I would have done all my work straight into this, but unfortunately it did not have a spag checker on it, so I had to use the Word documents and the PowerPoint documents softwares, to help me present this first, and then I moved all of the documents and the PowerPoint slides, writing that I put onto them and the evidence that I gathered onto my blog after everything had been checked and corrected. EduBlogs was not only used for the planning and research stages, I also used it for my production and my evaluation, as well as writing up my weekly reflections. So in regards to production, we used a variety of media technologies and softwares to help us put together our trailer. We used a camera, a tripod, a green screen, and the green screen equipment for the shooting of our trailer. We also used my smartphone, my iPhone 6s Plus, for taking all the images that we needed for the trailer, for adding in special effects later in the trailer. We also used these for taking the key signifiers for our auxiliary tasks, which was our magazine front cover and our film poster. We also use the internet and computers, both personally myself, both at school PCs and my at-home laptop, to search for royalty-free music on a number of websites such as Ben Sound and Hook Sounds. These overall were quite useful, as they provided a wide variety of music, as from my research I know that this is a crucial aspect of any trailer, as it allows it sets the mood for the audience and allows them to be able to relate to the character and the situations that they are experiencing. We also use the computers for the Photoshop editing, which I will talk about briefly in a little bit. These were used obviously because these store the programs that we need to help us edit together our trailer, film poster and magazine front cover. As I said, we also used Photoshop, specifically Adobe Photoshop, which again, similar to the Adobe Premiere Elements 10, had a relatively easy, friendly interface to use. It wasn't complicated at all. It was very nice, and it still has a lovely professional quality to it, which makes everything look good and professional. We also use Photoshop primarily for the editing together of our auxiliary tasks, our poster and magazine front covers, as well as our making of our special effects for our film trailer, of which we added in later to the trailer once we'd obviously created them on Photoshop. In regards to the evaluation section of our coursework, we used a very similar media technologies and softwares as we use in the production for the evaluation. For example, I am currently using a tripod and a camera. These are both media technologies, and these are the only ones that I used for my evaluation, as not much else was needed. In regards to software, I used the same editing software to edit this evaluation together. That being the Adobe Premiere Elements 10, as being rather easy, very kind, nice interface to use, very good if you're a beginner, and it makes the quality of the video very, very good, so it looks professional. Once again, I'm Joseph Inge, and thank you for taking the time to watch this media evaluation.